Welcome to the Go Gettas YouTube channel. Usually dedicated to podcasts, but this time it's about airplanes. I'm Colby.
And I'm Fee. No nickname today.
No nickname. This is me, genuine me.
You know what? Never mind. This is your stewardess Fee.
Oh, thank you. If you didn't know, if you haven't listened to the episode in which I said, fun fact, my grandma died. My grandma passed away and I needed to fly to her funeral. And because my wife and I haven't traveled really since 2020, I had a bunch of travel credits built up and I said, you know what? I'm going to make this nice. If I'm going to go do this sad thing, then I'm going to go first class.
And us together, we picked the menu of what we think the most interesting things on the menu would be to eat. We'll come to that, though. We got to go through Colby's adventure through the airport.
Yeah, so here we are in the Seattle-Tacoma Airport. SeaTac, we call it.
That's what everyone calls it.
This is like one of the most dystopian things. There is a suburb that is around the airport, and it's just called SeaTac.
Oh,
they
okay.
Didn't name it anything else other than that's the name of the airport. This is SeaTac.
So anyway, start us on your journey. What do we have?
Yeah, so here we are. This is the main sitting area, the big sitting area.
The hub.
And you can see that beautiful, gorgeous Seattle weather outside.
Isn't Seattle the city that always rained or something?
It is the second rainiest city in America, I think, actually. I think it's behind Portland, Oregon, which I was surprised by, but it's true, apparently.
I only know that fact, and this is very obscure and really random, because in the Disney DCOM movie, The Famous Jet Jackson, he makes a joke about the city that rains, or it might have been the city that never sleeps. No, actually, I'm stupid. I'm wrong. He made a Windy City joke, which is not Seattle.
Fee. Either cut this out or leave this
No.
in.
Leave it in. It's cool. I'm not that embarrassed.
So this is the seating area. I decided I was going to go on a coffee adventure. I was going to find good coffee all around the airport. I decided to stop first at the Mocha Cafe. It's this Dilettante. I can't pronounce that.
Dilettante. Is it a D or it's not a B? Dilettante.
I can't tell. Dante's Mocha Cafe. Whenever I get coffee, I only get mochas because I'm a baby boy who likes his chalky milk. So I was this is going to be perfect. And guess what? Pretty good. But while I was getting it, we encountered my number one nemesis, live music. Here's the live musicians. Yeah. Right behind them, this is where TSA lets you out. So and probably the worst part about it is that they were not the only live musical act in the airport at the time. On the other side of Dilettante's Mocha Cafe, another woman just with a guitar, a regular acoustic guitar, singing and doing her thing. And if you stood over at the Mocha Cafe, you could hear both of them. You could just hear them both. It was a real audio nightmare.
Were they singing original music or cover?
So the band in this area, I think, was singing original music, maybe. But the woman with just her guitar was definitely singing covers.
There's nothing worse than you're in an area and the band singing their original music, and if you don't like it, then you have to hear it. You can't just skip it if you're listening to shuffle. Mm-hmm. And the worst part is you don't know what to do if you're sitting in this area. Do you look at them? Do you just look away? Do you pretend they're not there?
Imagine that you get a sandwich and you sit down and you're just
they come closer to you. They walk behind you and they're like, maybe right at you.
Like a mariachi band that comes over and is hey, you're gonna tip us, right? And you're like, no, please.
You're tipping for us to go away, or else we're gonna stay. I feel like that's it.
Honestly, that's my least favorite thing about going to the Riverwalk is a bunch of those restaurants have just mariachi bands wandering around, and I'm
dude,
please don't, not me.
My dad would pay them to come near. He loved hearing them. Just that one mariachi song. I don't know what it's called.
That's the one.
Look that one up, Zeta.
Yeah. yeah. Do a Google search for that.
I guess if you just type in mariachi song, that's the most generic.
I hate to break it to you, that's probably going to work.
Continue.
Next up, I decided to get a second coffee at a place called Florette on the Go.
You had two coffees. Were you double fisting them?
No, I drank one on the way to the other one. It was not far, but I did make it.
You can't get enough caffeine. You're not going to be able to rest on the plane.
Yeah, which is great, because here's the thing. If I ever got onto like an international flight where they're like, oh yeah, here's your in-flight bed, I'm torn between whether or not I would want to sleep, or I'd be like, well, I'm wasting all my money. I should be in here like drinking all the wine and eating all the food.
I feel like plane time is sleep time if it's like a 7-hour flight. There's no maximizing that, right? You get up to have like your dinner or lunch or whatever, then you go back to bed.
To me, in first class, especially on those international flights, you can just wave someone over and be like, hey, give me more nuts. Give me more wine.
Kill that guy right over there.
Give me another beer.
Bring someone from economy.
You see that sleeping guy over there? Fart in his ear. And they'll do it.
God, no.
Yeah, so I come here and I got up the front and I was like, give me a campfire mocha. And she goes like, oh yeah, sorry, we ran out of the ingredients to make that. And I said, and I quote, what the fuck am I supposed to do now? And
person behind the counter
she was like, and I was like, I'm kidding, it's fine. Just give me a regular mocha, it's okay. One day I'm gonna misread the vibe and I'm gonna do that, and somebody is just going to clock me in the middle of the airport, and I'm gonna be like, no. So here's the coffee. It's got a cute little pink cup. It's got like little pastries on it.
I thought that was like a Mayan temple, like an Aztec.
It's a cinnamon roll.
An Aztec pyramid.
It's the Aztec temple of cinnamon. And behind us, I wanted to show you this big mural that I was very confused about.
I'd say
window mural.
You look really confused about it.
It kind of looks like stained glass, which is pretty cute, but upon closer inspection, it's just window paint.
Damn, someone took a long time to window paint this.
Yeah, it must have taken a very long time. And then also there's this guy. This guy down here.
He did not want to be filmed, and you filmed him.
Yeah, he's hiding out from the cops. And he looked at this and went, I'm fucked, aren't I?
Zeta put in that guy saying,
Jesus Christ, that's Jason Bourne.
Next, we're on the plane now. Welcome to my first class seat. It's got enough room for my thighs and my legs, and there's a big gap here, so I'm never touching this man. There's a man here. I never touched him.
What a shame.
The other thing that I got is this neat blanket that they gave me.
You got the window seat?
Yeah, I did. Here's the thing, Fee. We're going to run into a problem later that I will tell you about. It turned out to be a bit of a curse. So here we are with my free water.
Your Dixie cup of water.
Yeah, they came by and they were like, "Oh, would you like water or sparkling wine?" Which is not a question that I expected to answer at like 1:30 in the afternoon, but okay.
Hey,
sure.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
So yeah, they gave me this water. We take off. I get a bowl of nut. They show up.
A bowl of nut?
What would you like to drink? And I say, give me Coke Zero. And they come back. They give me a Coke Zero in an actual glass. And then a bowl of warm mixed nuts, baby.
I'm not going to lie. That glass looks like someone brought it from home.
Yeah, it does. Right? It looks like something that's coming from a kitchen.
Yeah, it's a kitchen glass. And you got warm nuts, which honestly, I don't get.
I don't know why they warmed them up either.
All side dishes are fancy immediately once you warm them up.
It's true. Feels like more effort has gone into it, you know? We've arrived at the main course now, Fee.
Ooh, the first one was the barbecue, right?
That was the braised brisket. Again, nowhere in the description did they call it barbecue.
Yeah.
They just called it braised brisket because I feel like they knew if they put down barbecue, they would be fucked. I would be like, excuse me, can you take this food and find the person who made it and shove it directly in their ass and then give me something else? And then here's the main course. We got what I'm told is mashed potatoes.
Uh-huh.
We've got this braised brisket in the middle. And then we've got what is either, I don't think it's collard greens. I think it's just spinach.
I'd say it looks like spinach, which I don't get at all.
I don't either. I fucking hate it.
I fucking get that.
Raw baby spinach on a sandwich?
Yeah.
Oh, it can't get anything better. It's great. But no, when you cook it and you ruin it like this, ugh.
Or just don't put it with brisket. What fucking, the audacity, like.
The thing is, when I look at something like this, I'm like, this seems like something Alabama would have done. This seems like some, like, Alabama, Georgia nonsense.
Oh, dude, yeah, this is some fucking Southern Belle, like, I brought you the braised brisket and the steamed spinach.
Now you will give me your hand, Dolores.
I will have your hand in marriage and your father's farm.
She says, Reginald, you're going to have to do better on your mashed potatoes before I agree.
The brisket looks fine. The mashed potatoes, they look instant.
They not only look instant, they look like they're instant, and the person who made them didn't put in enough butter. So like the consistency is really weird.
It looks dry. That would be fine. The spinach, just get rid of it. But with the roll, I guess you could make you a little brisket sandwich for enough for one bite, and then you have to stomach the plate without a roll.
Here we go.
Okay.
I'm gonna start digging in, right?
Oh, that potato crumbled.
Yeah, this is this is mashed potato made out of like kinetic sand. It's crazy.
It's the texture is like sand. It looks like uncooked bread.
The mashed potatoes look atrocious.
They do.
Tasted pretty good though. You see the little butter up here for the roll?
Yeah.
If I would have had like 3 of those, I probably could have salvaged these mashed potatoes.
You probably could have asked for butter. Could have. You're in first class.
Yeah, but here's the other thing. I'm in first class. Do you think I'm making my own food up here? Like, yeah, bring me a hot plate and a wok. I'm gonna make fried rice. This brisket is surprisingly pretty good. I also look at this disgusting. I was like, I'm gonna eat it for to show everybody that I'm a big boy. It's pretty shiny.
Yeah.
So it's moist.
It's fucking like slathered in its own au jus. I like the way that they presented you. This was like potatoes, meat, spinach, and it's just white, brown, and green. It's like the forbidden Napoleon.
Yeah, this is some country's flag, and I don't know which one, but the food there is not very good. So I took the roll. Let me show you. I put butter inside it. Oh yeah, hold on.
Was there like a hair on it?
Yes, it was baked into the bread.
No way.
Yep. There it is. You can see it right there, clear as day.
Oh, I do. I saw it. No.
So you know what I did?
What did you do?
Pulled it out and I kept eating.
That's fair. I would have done the same thing.
So I did not care.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not good. This pie.
Yeah, that's
is like
weird pie.
It is, because it's got like strawberries, blueberries, and peaches. And there's this like bottom bit that's like a cheesecake almost. So like when I go in, like the inside you can see is like it's filled with something. It seems like kind of a cream cheese, kind of a cheesecakey kind of texture. If I were to see that at a place and they were like mixed berry pie, I'd be like, yeah, maybe something else.
Yeah. Don't you just have strawberry?
Yeah. No, where's just strawberry? Can I have a cherry?
So what's your final rating on this?
We'll do tier list style, and I'll give it a B. The meat, surprisingly passable. Like, I enjoyed eating the meat. The spinach they could have thrown at someone else, and it would have been great. The mashed potatoes left something to be desired, but were surprisingly really tasty. Pie was great. The salad was nothing. The roll was nothing and had a hair in it. The thing is, like, I enjoyed what I ate, even if it was gross and weird. If I went down to like a C, that almost feels like, yeah, I didn't really enjoy anything that much. It was fine. So I took this video because this is what the outside looked like. And I took this because I needed to tell you that I had an accident. You remember the glass of soda?
Yes. Oh no.
So I finish eating and then I'm like, I have to pee so bad. So I, motion to the guy next to me. He gets up. I put my glass down. He puts his glass down. I go to the bathroom. I come back and he like lets me in, but then he walks to the bathroom too. Mm-hmm. And while I'm like scooting by to get back into my seat, 2 things are working against me. All right. I have no ass. Right?
Okay.
And as a result, my pants, like most pants, give you room for a butt. So I'm scooching by and my empty fabric butt knocks over both of our glasses.
Oh, no.
And just spills ice all over his seat.
Oh,
and so
you fool.
I'm like, oh, shit. So I agree. I grab all the ice that I can. I put it all into my glass because I'm like, okay, I don't want you to have ass ice. And then I use my tiny little cocktail napkin to try to wipe it up. Did not work. So I ended up taking my blanket and just using my blanket to sop up the rest of the moisture. And the dude came back. And it was clear, like, from his body language, he was confused about what happened. And I was just like, well, I'm playing Final Fantasy VI.
I saw the stewardess come by. Maybe she knocked something over.
She said out loud, I fucking hate this guy. And she kicked your seat and all your ice went everywhere. I cleaned it up for you, partner.
How embarrassing. Is that what this video is?
No, this is just a video that I took to remind myself that something bad happened. This is just a view of it's just nothing out there.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Good video. So this is a picture that I needed to show you.
Okay.
So I'm going to Midland, Texas. I start walking to the gate. It's like, oh yeah, your gate is going to be, I think it was B16. So I'm like, yeah, I'll walk over there. And I go over to this area. And that's whenever I realize this is the area where they put all of the planes where you have to walk down onto the tarmac to get into the plane because the airplane is so small.
Yeah.
I hate this.
Did you have to go on the tarmac at night?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to show you that this is like gates B12 to B20. So they're like, yeah. 8 planes are just going to gather around outside and you just walk to
You
them.
just find your plane.
It's like a Greyhound bus. Just walk out there. You'll figure it out. Here we are on the tiny plane.
That looks nice.
As people are loading into the plane, what is that on the left? Oh, it's just a piece of plastic that just came out of the plane. It's fine.
It's fine. You're gonna be fine.
Yeah, I needed to make sure that everybody knew that happened. Wild.
And this is why I'm never on a plane. Voodoo donut.
That was the first leg of the trip. We did the funeral, okay? Now I'm flying back.
Funeral's over. I'm sad. I'm hungry.
My soul has been refilled with the foods of my culture.
Of my youth. It's
so
more.
Here we are in the Denver airport.
All right.
And I had time to kill, and I wanted to get a Voodoo Donut, so I did, and I got a Caribou Coffee.
That donut be looking good.
Voodoo Donuts has like a history of just like making kind of wild donuts. They have one that looks like a dick. This one though, this is the Grape Ape. It's a regular donut with vanilla frosting, purple sprinkles, and then you see that purple dust?
Yeah.
That is grape Kool-Aid powder.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It's so good. It's so sour. And it's crunchy because it's just sugar and citric acid.
Man.
Oh, it's so good.
I bet that like gave you a sugar rush and then knocked you out.
So now,
ooh, you're on a good plane.
We get into the plane of this is now new first class.
There's chip dust down there.
And there's old chip dust in here. Not great.
Whoa, warm nuts.
Yeah, warm nuts make another appearance, baby.
Hell yeah.
Here we go.
Oh,
here it is.
There it is.
So Fee and I decided together, the first course, the smoked brisket. The second one, I was like, you know what? I want to just get a burger, right? Like how you can't fuck up a burger. They gave me this tiny little glass bottle for ketchup. My wife is going to be real mad whenever they find out that I had a tiny glass bottle of ketchup. I didn't bring it back home.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I didn't need it.
Ooh, like flan?
Yeah, it's like cheesecake flan.
Okay.
And then I thought this was salad to start off with, and I was like, what a bad salad. Why'd you put pickles on it? They're like, oh, shit, it's for the burger. My bad.
What a horrid salad, but you got a burger. That's
pathetic salad. We're both idiots.
God.
This is what the burger looked like when I took the bun off. Number one, they didn't put the meat and the top on top of the actual bottom bun. You could also see that the cheese slipped off of one side. So there's one side that like, I'll scoop that up and put it in. It's fine. But the thing I need you to pay attention to most here, this meat is gray.
Oh, dude.
This meat is gray as fuck.
That means they like microwaved it.
Yes, or they steamed it.
Oh, even worse. Oh.
Yeah, and like obviously the fries are just like frozen fries that they reheated. It's fine. At this point, not looking forward to this because this is a gray ass burger.
Yeah, that's pretty miserable.
It does have 4 cheeses on it.
It has you could see where you know how when you have the patties in stacks, you could see the dots in it. It's almost like grill marks does to help it grill.
There was no mustard, no mayo, and I was like, I could put the ketchup on there. Yeah, I could put the ketchup on there. And then I was like, no. Nah. They didn't give me condiments for the burger. I'm going to eat it condimentless.
Oh, no. That's a strike against that. That's bad.
Yeah.
A dry burger.
Here's the thing. The burger was actually pretty moist. I think I'm pretty close to spot on with the fact that this was probably steamed because it had a lot of moisture. Probably a B.
Zeta, put a gif of Moist Critical on that meat.
He's right in here.
Do the one of him going, woo! This looks like a step above a school lunch.
You have described it accurately. This is one step above school lunch. They put more cheese on it than school lunch would, so I'm like, all right, you got it. And they put it on a potato roll. Potato roll is
potato
nice.
roll's good.
Now we get over to this
That-
cheesecake flan.
Dude, that looks good. I mean, they gave you like the smallest piece they could find, but
Yeah, they did. This was like, they bought one cheesecake flan for like $20 and they stretched it for 20 people.
that's how it looks. They couldn't give you a bigger one, but it does look good, so.
It was tasty.
Hey,
I enjoyed it.
I believe you. Look how thick that sauce is on top.
That brings us to the end.
Ooh.
That cheesecake was it.
So,
My ranking
what's your
for
rank?
this meal overall.
Hit me.
This has got to be like a bottom of the C tier or top of the D tier.
Yeah.
This was definitely worse than the first one.
Surprisingly, yeah. I think I'd be upset getting this. It's probably somewhere in the middle. Like, it's passable because you're hungry and it's a burger. I'd be okay with this, but I'd still be hungry and I'd be upset.
Bless the Lord that I decided to get a coffee and a donut beforehand.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, you looked out. You kind of pre-gamed this bad meal.
Whenever they were like, hey, you get to pick out lunch, one of the options was just like a 4 cheese and fruit plate. And I was like, I'll just eat at the airport and then I'll get on my plane. Then I was like, you know what? It's free food.
Yeah.
So like, why don't I get the free food? I'm like, if I take advantage of this, what if it's good? What if it's really good?
Yeah.
You know,
like, it's hard to mess up cheese and fruit. Hey, you want to push them. You want to push them to the limits, right?
you want to get the good stuff out of them. Like, what if they're hiding like a sea bass that I'm like, whoa,
Yeah.
I've never had sea bass this good. That's amazing.
They had some pretty like lackluster choices, but it is what it is, right? You're not in a 4-star restaurant. You're on a plane.
Mm-hmm.
Colby, I'm happy you took me on this excursion of yours, right? I'm happy you brought me along and showed me this fine upper crust food.
Yeah, this is living the good life. It's sitting in a dirty plane seat with plastic missing from the plane.
They don't call it first class for nothing. Could you imagine the people in economy just hanging on to the sides?
They're just standing up. They're standing up and they're like, well, I need a seatbelt. And they're like, yeah. You fasten the seatbelt around your neck and hold it to the top. And just if you fall down, you just end up choking to death and die.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That just frees up a seat for another person.
Well, I think that about does it for this video.
Thanks for helping me pick this out, Fee.
You're welcome.
I'm going to now go and eat a good dinner that is not this.
If you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see if we put out some more of just me and Colby looking at a thing. And,
You won't.
And if you subscribe, you'll hear our podcast every week, every Wednesday.
It's great.
Comes out.
If you haven't tried it out, put it on in the background.
We'll make you
Put
laugh.
it on in the background every day. Put every episode on in the background every day. You don't even have to listen to it. Just give me those views.
No.
Listen to it on as many computers as you can.
All
get
at once.
one day we're gonna get like 20 cents from Spotify. It's gonna be crazy.
It'll be awesome. I can't wait. Bye.
Bye.